Good evening, everyone. It's Yogi here. Welcome. I hope you're well. So, happy Monday, everyone. And today I'm going to stitch this piece, which is a beautiful piece from, is it Cairo, Chiro, Machetti? You pick one. And if you speak Italian, please let me know how to pronounce it properly. And so this piece is called Mini Patchwork Quilt Room. It's a mini version, and it's absolutely beautiful. So first of all, I want to show you the full markup here. There you go. Look at this technique, color, beautifulness. And so I've been working on this piece for a little while, maybe for the last, maybe close to 2 years. And bit by bit, I slowly kind of move forward. This is probably one of my first proper full coverage pieces. And at that time, I wasn't very courageous to go for the regular version. So I started with buying tons of mini patterns. And I'm now kind of revisiting them one by one and slowly bring them back into my orbit, so to speak. So this piece, let me just quickly show you my app here. So I'm going to use Pattern Keeper to track my progress today. Let me just bring the cable over without tangling everything else and drag everything off the desk. That wouldn't be good. So here's how far I've gone so far. So this is entirety of the piece. This is the typical Heaven and Earth mini. So it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I thought it was 6 pages or 7 pages. Is actually about 9 pages. And so far my progress is 18. 50.51, which is probably one of the most advanced pieces I've gone as far as percentage goes. Obviously, this is mini, okay, so it's proportional, and but it's not bad at all. 18%. And today I'm going to start from zero stitch and see how far I can go. So I'll talk to you about what stitching method I'm going to be working on this piece. And first of all, hello everyone, Rose, and hello Rose, Dent is here too, Carla is here, hello, and Suzanne is here, hello, beautiful. So I hope you're working on sort of your piece as well, and let me know, what are you working on? I'm very curious. So let me slowly zoom in here and just briefly talk you through the method of choice. So previously, until maybe a couple of sessions ago, I was mostly doing kind of loose cross country. So you can see a little bit here. There's some traces of how I worked on it previously, and just basically work till my thread is finished, or till the next stitch is, a little bit far away. But the previous couple of sessions, I've been following the staircase block by block method, and working on one block at a time. Obviously not uniform, and it's not my intention to follow it strictly, but roughly diagonal staircase sort of shape there. So gradually I'm going to maybe tidy up. It's almost done here, and today I think I'm gonna mostly focusing on expanding the width here a little bit more, maybe just one block or maybe two, and then start to work downwards, and then gradually I'll be able to, move down a little bit more toward where the curtain is. So that's my plan today. And this is a 25 count even weave. Let me just adjust my camera here so it's nice and vertical, and 1/1 full cross. So yesterday, was it yesterday? No, yesterday I was working on full cross. I've lost count. And so today, 1/1 full cross DMC floss. So it's always nice to kind of switch around from CXC and DMC, and also I've got floss from cross stitching kits as well. So variety of different textures, and it's always fun to do. So let me bring up my little markup there for your reference, and I think I'm going to start from this area. I'm very, very kind of attracted to expanding the width a little bit more today. So it feels like I'm really progressing forward. So Tracy is here. Tracy says, hello, everyone. And Rose says, no stitching for me right now. I'm currently watching while I work. Very nice. Hush, hush. I'll try to whisper, not talking too loud there, so your boss wouldn't notice. And Kelly, hello. I like your name, Kelly's Quilt and Cruises. Wow, what a combination. And she says, hi, Stitchers. I'm currently sorting and organizing and trying to finish a table runner. Stitching will have to wait. What is a table runner? And yes, well, if you can't stitch right now, then watch me do it. that's the second best thing. So, oh, Carla is knitting tonight. Lovely. And she's working on a cardigan. Very, very nice. So let me organize my threads here. And by the way, there is a the Facebook group. My mouse is not working tonight. I can't speak. It's been a little bit of a long day, but there's a Facebook group I've just set up, and why don't I post it on the chat there? So I'll pin it. So if you are interested, you can follow. Let me just quickly find a link there, if I can possibly find it. It's a new group, and so it's aiming at sort of allowing people to post. Let me see if I can pin it. So there you go. So you're welcome to join, and I'll be very, very interested in seeing your what you're working on. And also we're gonna have a Kim Jacobs stitch together every Wednesday. So join us, and we can share the progress. It'll be so much fun. Let me just find my first few stitches. So I'm warming up as usual. So I'm going to be very, very clumsy. So that's a warning to you. The first few stitches is always very clunky. I'll probably make some mistakes. That's normal. That's normal. So let me move it down here. And let me thread my needles. Let me bring my needles here. And today I've got my rabbit to keep me company. So here we go. I need to remember this is full cross because I've been working on a fair bit of half 10 stitches. So sometimes you go into kind of, you know, let me just bring up my app. It's very organized indeed. You go into a little bit of autopilot and you start stitching the way you've been stitching for the last couple of days or something, one way or the other. Ooh, so what I'm doing is working from the bottom up. So when I have part threads, I start from the bottom so I don't have to fight with the part threads. I know some people work the other order. They're very brave. 1, 2, 3. Hang on. Why am I having this one? Ah, okay. See already? So this color wasn't marked as part. That's why I was a little bit confused. It's actually over here. But they're quite similar in color, so I'm not too worried. 1, 2. 1. Let me just do it properly here. Luckily, there's no surrounding stitches, so it's very easy to frog. So this one is actually 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. How does that work? It's a mystery. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's bizarre. Which one's which? 1, 2, 3. I think that one should go. I told you I'm warming up, okay? Don't judge me. So, because these part threads are from maybe the last session or not, and it's not uncommon for me to park one stitch off. I do that a lot. It's my move, okay? It's my move. So it should be over here. And oh, the table runner is quoted using Hawaiian fabric and will go on the table outside on the deck when we eat out there. How nice. I'm getting visuals. I can picture it. That sounds amazing. 1, 2, 3. It should be that one. Okay, all is good. All is good. So that sounds amazing. I love making functional things. I think knitting and quilting as well, you're making things that you can use later on. Some practical use. I think stitching as well, you know, you can frame it if you ever finish anything. Questionable, really questionable for me. But if you actually finish it, you can use it as decoration. You can frame it. But with knitting, you can knit a scarf, you can knit a blanket. It's very functional. So, you know, it's not just fun to do, but it actually creates something for, you know, you can use for your life, which is always nice. So I like crafts that actually make things that you can use. There you go, this one. And why don't I turn this one? Adjust this so it doesn't, autofocus doesn't go crazy. Oops. That way. What happened to my... That is so bizarre. Hang on. Ah, I know what's happening. Oh dear. This is what it is. How bizarre. I was trying to paste things into the chat earlier on, and I ended up pasting something else on my screen. Very strange. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. Rose just joined. Welcome. Facebook group, that is. And if you missed yesterday's session, during the live stream, we decided to come up with, to do a King Jacobs stitch together assault. And if you're not familiar with her work, definitely go have a look. And her work is beautiful and underrated as well. So we thought, you know, it'd be a way to appreciate her work by doing a stitch together every Wednesday. And yesterday, quite a lot of you had bought patterns, new patterns from her. And, you know, we're going to be doing the first one together on Wednesday. So come join us if you're interested. And this one over here. I'm going to just move it down here. There you go. Ooh. It's always a bit tricky. The first block. And let me mark. And next one. The color is so vibrant with this piece. And even though it's a mini piece, it captures so much details. If you look at the windows here, it's just the color transition is just beautiful. So and yesterday I was doing very chunky 14 count piece. So it's a very, very nice change to do something that's 25 counts. so I don't get too comfortable with one way or the other. Just move it down a little bit. 1, 2, 3. Here. Suzanne says, my whole apartment is my craft room. Yeah, sounds great. I know, I've got one room. This room is, it used to be, when I first moved in to this flat, this room used to be, sounds pompous, but dining room, you know. Because the layout of my flat, there's a kind of dining room area, but not a room. So when I first moved in, you know, I was very keen on, you know, doing dinner parties, that kind of stuff. So I thought, well, I just convert the spare room to a dining room. So I put a big dining table there and a few chairs that I probably took up the entire room. And then later on, it just became less and less practical, you know, because how often do you have, you know, big dinner or dinner parties? So I started to convert a room into to store different things. At one point, I was having so many bicycles. This room was full of bikes. At one point, at the height of my bicycle collection, I probably had about 5 bikes, and it was ridiculous. So eventually, I gave away and sold the bikes and gradually converted it into more of a craft room. It just thinks that, you know, it's got a lot of storage area, big desks and shelves and stuff like that. And it's got my yarns for my knitting stuff. And gradually now, pretty much I use it for stitching, for, you know, craft things. So it's kind of my craft room as well, even though it was more of evolution of things. But it's nice to have a space dedicated to, you know, just doing things you really love. Kind of somewhere to escape to. There. Oh, Carla is doing spinning as well. It's like a weaving, isn't it? I've seen people doing it. I've never tried it myself. Yeah, but it's so comforting to have craft stuff kind of just everywhere in the house. It's just so cozy, isn't it? So a little haven. Let me move my little rabbit over here. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's fine. I need to count properly, otherwise it's always in the wrong spot. Oh, Carla's bought the mini fireside embroidery. I know, so beautiful. And you know, yesterday, one of the people commented on the video yesterday. There was one piece, for some reason, when I browsed through the catalog, I didn't notice. There's one piece called Sewing Room. It's so beautiful as well. And so I was so glad to have found that piece as well. Very tempting indeed. So, Carl, I'm very happy you were joining the Soul as well. It's going to be so much fun. So, Tracy's doing the same piece. Oh, very nice. It's so whimsical, isn't it? Very, very whimsical. And this one, I'm thinking whether I should park or end the thread. Let me think. I think it might be okay to park. It's not too far away. I mean, it's always, I prefer parking it whenever I can, but sometimes if you take the threads too far away, too many times, you're going to end up building quite a lot of fabric underneath. So, but this one should be okay. I'm going to park it over here for later use. I'm pretty sure it's a spinning because I've seen a lady doing it on YouTube and I was so tempting, but it involves so much, as different machine, well, not machine, but you need a spinning machine and you need a lot of accessories, you need to buy wool. Yeah, I just wasn't ready. But I was so fascinated by it because if you love knitting, you'll probably be drawn to something like that. I think it's making yarn, isn't it? Spinning. Am I correct? And then they used the yarn they created, kind of different combination of colors, and kind of use the machine to turn them into like a piece of fabric. You can turn it into like a scarf or stuff like that. It's so pretty as well. One, two. Such a pretty color this is. Oh, Suzanne is a weaving teacher. Oh, that's right, looms. Yes. Oh my God. So you're an expert. We've got an expert of spinning in a chat. Amazing. Yeah, I saw a lady doing it on YouTube, and I was so fascinated. There's so many fun sort of craft out there waiting for us. Yes, Carla says yeah, spinning is making yarn. Um, Suzanne says spinning is pretty accessible now. Electric spinning wheels are excellent. Oh, electric ones. And with you in the UK, you have really good resources. Oh, really? Is it popular here? I don't know. Because I've been knitting all my life. It wasn't until recently I realized that people are actually, making yarns at home. Didn't know that. Let me see. Just making sure I'm stitching in the right spot. Lisa is a spinner too, my God. Oh, it turned out to be a lot more popular than I thought. Wow. It's amazing. But a lot of these things, have something in common. I think if you like one thing, for instance, if you like fabric, you probably enjoy sewing in some way, or quilting, or knitting, or something, making fabric in general. And you probably like spinning as well. And stitching, of course. This one's a little bit short. Let me just see if I can manage a couple more stitches. Maybe one more over here. Going to end this right here. Let's see. One more here. 1, 2, 3. Yes, Carla. Once you created yarn, I suppose you can use it for all sorts of things. Oh, rock hook. That sounds fascinating as well. I was really into well, the two things with felt. One is felt making. So you buy kind of fluffy wool, and then you just stab. You just use a long needle and just kind of punch the wool until they turn into some sort of felt, and you can turn them into different shapes. Turn them into animals, flowers, whatever. That was really interesting as well. It's almost like sculpting with wool. And I was also really into felting. I don't know if it's the right terminology, but using, different color felts pieces and then sew them together to turn them into, I don't know, pin cushions or something, animals, whatever. My hand sewing skill isn't great, but I really enjoy making those. I turn them, I've made, I have a couple books of how to turn them into quite realistic looking cakes, biscuits, that kind of thing. I just love that. So much fun. Let me see that one. We just need more time, really, to do all of them. And this one, I might end the thread. Not too sure. I think I'm going to end it. I love these colors. Right. So what I'm going to do is, I'm getting a little bit warm here. I'm going to just take the top layer off. Don't worry, the family show. I'm just taking the outer layer. Oh, because I'm really warm. Here we go. Oh, much better. Nice and cool. Let me see if I can move this one up. Oops. Maybe I'll move it up here. Here we go. My rabbit over here. Inedible biscuits, exactly. But they look so realistic though. It's so much fun felting. Hey Sarah, good afternoon. Welcome. Oh my God, that's hardcore. Carla says, I even thought of growing flax to spin linen. My goodness. Oh my God. See you later, Kelly. Oops. And I'm going to, let me see if I have done these ones. Yep. 317, the first new thread today. 317. There you go. Yes, Lisa, there just isn't enough time. We need like 9 lifetimes. One stitch here. Let me see if I could move it over this way. And remember to mark it. Here we go. 992. 992. Yes. And the thing is, when you're, well, at least when I'm stitching, I just find the time kind of just flies so fast. And it's really crazy. So a lot of times if I stitch for about 3 hours, like when I'm on a live stream, it feels like about an hour, pretty much. I'm always really shocked when I check the time. I just, where's time gone? What's happening to time when we're stitching? I don't know. These colors just so pretty. So I'm very tempting to start a new Kim Jacobs pattern. But I'm kind of agonizing over what fabric count I'm going to be doing it on. I'm kind of thinking 28 counts because I haven't done stitches that small. But also I'm thinking whether I should be doing full cross or maybe 10 stitches. It might be quite fun to do 10 stitches. because they work quite well on 25 counts as well with CXC. The coverage is really good. And it might be even better on 28 counts because the stitches are even smaller. I can't make up my mind. I think the best thing is probably to get a fabric and then do a few tests, you know, stitch on the small piece over the 28 counts and test the 10 stitches on both DMC and CXC to see how they turn out. And also full cross as well to see, you know, if it works better. Decisions. And 1, 2, 3, 2. Oh, Carla says, I jumped into 28 counts from 40. Oh my goodness. I'm really loving the challenge. So did you go blind for the first week? I would like to know. Because I jumped from 14 to 25 when I first went 25. And I was going blind. I just didn't know what I was looking at. And it's not so much the stitches are smaller, but the fabric looked different, you know, from regular Ada, where you can see where the cross is supposed to go, to 25. You literally just see, well, it's even weave, says on the tin. You just cannot see where the stitch is supposed to go if your eyes are not used to it. Sounds like you were okay. You did 5 to 28 as well, goodness. You must have some sort of superhuman eyesight going on there. So what I did was, because I was feeling really frustrated and I was so close to just give up, but I let it kind of, you know, rest for a few days, and then I decided to work my way up rather than go straight into 25. So I moved from 14 counts to, I think it may have been 18. 18 still feels very, well, not that different from 14 really. And then I moved up to, I think I moved up to 20 first. 20 and then 22. By the time I was working on a piece on 22, I was feeling a bit more confident because, you know, stitch size wise, it wasn't that different. It's not quite the same, but not that different. Where am I? Let me see. And then finally, you know, after my eyes kind of get used to smaller stitches, when I tried 25 for the second time, it was so much better. It was so much better. So I'm glad I didn't give up. I was very close to giving up. Carlos, I was completely blind. Right. But you managed it at the end, right? Hey, Adventure of Stitching. Hello, good evening. And Suzanne says I have to use a magnifying lamp. I think that's probably an option as well. But I think it's more of how your eyes interpret what you're looking at. It's not just the stitch size, it's just the fabric looks totally different from Ada if you quite used to looking for that white area to put your stitches in. Oh, Carla says I don't have a clue, but I didn't have any fear. I think that helps. Fearlessness really helps. Yes. So that one. Yes. When I first tried it, I was just saying to myself, I said, what are you doing? This is supposed to be fun. Where's the fun? You can't see anything. And then eventually the eyes kind of learn how to interpret it. And it was a lot better afterwards. Oh, actually, I'm going to just end it. It's too short here. Might as well. Let's not struggle. Suzanne says, I'm doing my on 22 counts right now, but I'm trying 25 count again to see if I like it. I think if you manage well on 22, you're probably okay. I think the problem is if you jump from really large stitches, to 25, you might have problems. But yeah, I found by the time I got used to 22, I was kind of ready for it. And 562, 562, 562. I need a new thread. Oh, do you think, Suzanne, being a weaver, seeing the pattern of the even weave is easier? Right. I think it's a lot to do with how your eyes interpret what you see rather than the sizes per se. I mean, surely if it's really, really small, that has, impact as well. But is the eye's interpretation of what you're looking at. So if you're used to looking at, certain fabric patterns, so to speak, then it should be fine. It's like some people, they can probably stitch on, 32 counts, but they have issue. They might have trouble with linen because the fabric just looks different. So until your eyes know what they're looking at, it's probably going to be challenging. Suzanne says, I was doing 10 stitch on the 25 count and it felt like the fabric was really thick. Did you use DMC or maybe CXC or other? I actually, it took me a while to kind of find my way with 10 stitches, particularly on 22 upwards or 20, 22, 25. I think up to maybe this week, I was doing row by row because I was worried that the stitches are going to get really jammed together and really thick. So really hard for the needles to put the needles through. So I've been stitching block by block, row by row with 10 stitches on 25 and 22 as well. But for some reason, a couple of days ago, I just decided I'm going to go for color completion, which is a lot faster, obviously. And I don't know what changed, because previously when I did color completion like that, it just feels like the whole thing is really hard to stitch because, as I said, like you said, that the fabric feels quite thick. But it seems to be okay now. I don't know what changed. Maybe. I just don't know. I just find it not bad to stitch at all. Occasionally you come across a couple of stitches that, it feels a little bit tighter. But other than that, it's totally workable. So I'm really happy. It's so much faster when you do color completion rather than row by row. So I don't know. Sometimes, we just gain different insight. And you try something one more time, you get different results. It's a mystery. Let me see. Oh, okay. I am stitching in the wrong area, but it doesn't matter. They're very similar in color. Carla says, I just love how the stitches mow together on 28. I know, because the stitches are so small, it's like having tiny little pixels on the screen. The smaller the pixels are, the finer the pictures will look. Yeah, I get that. I get that. And imagine if you work on 32, right? if you're going that way. I can't remember who it was, but someone was working on 32 counts. I don't know if it's a full, whoops. I don't know if it's a full cross or 10 stitch. But either way, it's very, very small. But I do like the chunkiness of 14 counts as well. It's different kind of charm, isn't it? Right here. And I'm going to bring over 1, 2, 1, 2 here. Suzanne says I do royal rolls, and if I do color completion in the tower, then yeah, it's very thick. And if there's a lot of confetti, I also make more mistakes that way. I find royal rolls, because you're working two blocks on top of each other, and depends on how the stitches are kind of distributed. You could potentially taking threads a lot further than you would if you're working row by row, not row by row, block by block. Because if you have to deal with two blocks, let's say if you have one color, if one color that's got a couple of stitches up here and a couple of stitches down here, then you are taking the threads, you know, a lot further. I don't know. It really depends. Yeah, I talked about this before. I tried royal rolls a couple of times. For some reason, it just didn't flow with me. There were occasions that I was kind of semi-forced to take the threads over stitch area, which I don't like to do. I suppose I could hack it and just, you know, end it within the area rather than taking the threads over. Yeah, for some reason, it doesn't really talk to me, that method. But I think I should give it another try, just to give it a fair shake, you know. I wouldn't like to say it doesn't work. It just doesn't work for me so far. 700. 700. Need a new thread. 700. Oh, hello, Steve. Welcome. And but the weird thing is, there are there's stitching methods that the first couple of times that I try, I absolutely hated them. And then, you know, give it some time doing other things. And then when you go back, it feels totally different. It happened a lot. So I like to think that, you know, if I just give it another try, I might feel differently. Oh, Adventure says, so I bought mini Valentine her a note and cobblestone bakery. Oh, that's a lovely piece, isn't it? They're both lovely. Totally different theme, but both lovely. I say do both. Did you get mini or regular? Yeah, you could do both. I don't see why you have to. Well, you can decide which one you start first, but eventually, you know, do them all. That's how, that's what I would do. Why wait, you know? Oh, I can see a couple of new posts on our Facebook group there. Wonderful. You're welcome to join the new Facebook group. If you're on Facebook, that's a lot of people on Facebook. If you don't have a Facebook, you can create an account quite easily. I'd be very interested in seeing your work up there. And let me pop this one back. 700. 700. Let me have a sip of my cold coffee, the leftover coffee from earlier on. Ooh, still delicious. Delicious. 703. 703. Oh, adventure of stitching. She says, I just started a project today on 36 count, 1/1 tent with DMC. Oh, maybe it was you. Yeah, I remember someone did tent stitches on 32. Right. And the coverage is good, is it? Because that would be a bit that I would, wonder slightly. Right, so one stitch there, yet to be done. 703. 703. I remember transitioning from 2 strand to 1/1 on 25 counts. And the first time I saw someone doing parking, just 1 strand, on 25 count or maybe higher, I was so fascinated. I thought, well, surely that skinny little strand of, thread is not going to be able to cover the area. And lo and behold, it's more than plenty. Because prior to that, I was always doing 2 strands on everything, cross stitching that I've done. I didn't even know you could do 1 strand. Just 1 stitch here. First block done. Easy peasy. $703. Then says I won't stitch part further than an inch. Okay, so on 22 counts, that's about 2 blocks. But 2 blocks is, yeah, I think my comfort zone is about 1 block and maybe 1.5 blocks on 25 counts. In theory, if it's over on stitch area, sometimes I park a little bit further, but I think my comfort zone is still kind of within a block, 1.5 blocks. Where should I go next? I should just go under here. So I'm creating a nice staircase like a good girl rather than wandering everywhere for a change. Here. Gayla, you didn't literally have a stroke last night. I probably missed something you said before. Don't give me a heart attack. Oh, are you kidding? Gayla, you literally had a stroke last night. Are you serious? Are you okay? Oh my goodness. Darling. Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you were joking. You went to the doctor, right? Oh, wow. Oh dear. Gayla. Yeah, I'm sending you my love. Oh my goodness. Yes, get well soon. Get well soon. If it's a minor stroke, give it some time, do the rehab. Yes, sending all the love and prayers for Gayla. And keep watching us if you can. It's a nice distraction from. It'll probably help you to heal, watching happy stitchers doing what they love. It'll help you with the healing. Hi, River. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Yeah, very good point, Rose. Yes, Gayla, if you can type slowly, but I think if you're able to engage with the chat, it's probably nice, keep your spirit up. And we don't mind typos because my spelling's terrible anyway, so you can't do worse. So it's a good afternoon for River. I'm trying to keep track of where everybody is, the time zone. Janelle, good morning. You made it. One, two, three. Here we go. So Suzanne, when you say 22, you mean 22 p.m. Are you in Europe? You're around the same, maybe an hour ahead than me. One, two, three. One, two, three. Oh, River says, I've got some blood work done. Doctor told me to cut back on carbs and sugar, so I did. Tons of yummy vegetables, very low carb. 1 week later, dropped 5 pounds. Yeah, I eat low carb as well, River. You're in good company. And I have a lot of energy, never feel hungry, and it's very, very, very healthy. Oh, so you're in Sweden? I thought so. Yes, so you're probably 1 hour ahead of me, Susan. It's nice to have someone, that where they are is actually slightly later than me, because I'm normally the one that's in the late in the evening. But low carb, low sugar is one of the best things you could do for the body. I know I talk about bread quite a lot, but I rarely eat bread, so that's it for you. Um, one, two, three. That's why I love bakery. It's a fantasy bread situation. Well, I occasionally eat bread when I feel like it, but I feel so much better not to consume too much bread or sugar. So you're doing a very good thing, River. I'm going to end this right here. Yes, because what happens is, River, the carbohydrate latches on a lot of fluid. So, if you cut the carbs, it lightens the body a lot. It flushes out a lot of sort of excess, you know, fluid or whatever. Um, so it's quite possible that you would drop quite a lot of weight, particularly in the beginning. No, so vegetables are so delicious anyway. So, um, oh, River, I'm using Pattern Keeper for this. When I park a lot, if I do any form of parking, I tend to use Pattern Keeper. It's still the best one. If I need to switch colors quite a lot and do the parking. So I'm doing block by block, color completion within the block. It's super fast though. It's amazing. I really enjoy it. Well, when I say fast, fast for me, okay, I know everyone else on the planet they stitch faster than me. Okay, I get it. I get it. Yeah, so it's our body is built in a way that if you condition it to eat certain things, you will crave more of that thing. And the thing with carbs is because it spikes your insulin. And when your insulin is being, really higher up, what it does is it crashes. And when it crashes, it tells your body to eat more carbs in order to bring back to level. So the thing with if you go low carb, your insulin level is very level. It doesn't spike. So because it's so level, you don't feel hungry, and also you don't feel the need to eat carbs. So it's just, our body in some way is almost like a machine. If you program it to do certain things, you produce certain results. It's not always precise because there's so many different factors like hormones and genetics. But, to a great extent, we can guide it to do certain things to make it work a certain way. So what you're experiencing is totally, it makes a lot of sense. And I think low carb is particularly good if you have type 2 diabetics. So you can literally turn it around. Who is working on 36 count? Who? Raise your hand. I need to know. Which planet are you coming from? Oh, Suzanne is using Saga. I love Saga too. Yes, but if you do parking, Saga is a little bit fitted little bit more fiddly to do because if you do parking, depends on the method. Um, if you need to switch colors a lot, do you find it a little bit harder to do, like constant switching colors? I'd like to know. Maybe I missed something, but as far as I know, my experience with Saga so far, the parking is okay. You just hold and press a little bit, but it's a hit and miss. Sometimes you have to do it a couple of times before it knows what you're trying to do. And also, 17, and also switching color is a little bit more fiddly, I think. 817. 817. River. It says right there on the tin. I know, I know. If I basically just call myself a slow stitcher, if I just do it a little bit faster, you're super impressed, right? You say, well, maybe you're not as slow as you think. I know. My cunning plan has worked. Oops. Love these colors. So vibrant and beautiful. Oh, Nikki's here. Hello, Nikki, darling. Nikki was the first one to join the group. So she wins the gold medal and a crown and I don't know, whatever else. A rope. A special rope for the first one. That bit. Snip that off. Trying to catch up a little bit on the chat. Oh, so Cherries didn't have a Facebook account and she created one just so she could join the group. Very, very nice. Well done. Well done. I know, I have to admit, I didn't use Facebook much either, but as far as, this type of groups go, Facebook is probably still the easiest. A majority of people probably have some sort of account somewhere there, so it's just easier for everybody. And you can post anything you want. You can post pictures, videos. Let me move that one down a little bit. Like it down here. The technology. I do it because I can. There we go. Nikki says, I want to try one thread tent on 36 and 40. My goodness. One day, okay. When I'm brave. Right. Okay, so it's 28, 32, and then it goes up to 36, and then 40. Goodness. And with 40, do you get even weave for 40, or do you have to get, you wouldn't get linen for that. That's pretty crazy. But it's nice to have something to sort of, challenges waiting for us. Because if we done everything, if 25 count is be all and end all, then that would be very boring. Because what else do you do? I've got about 10 different projects on 25 counts. And yeah, at some point, I'm going to want to do something a little bit different. Just to make things harder. We don't like it easy, do we? That's for chicken. For chickens. We like it hard. Oh, River. So River says, I used to snack, used to eat, is it Doritos? Like chips type thing, corn chips. Now it's a handful of peanuts. Peanuts are great. I snack on a lot of peanuts. It's my power snack between classes. Because, you don't have to eat a lot to have a lot of energy. And it's full of really good fat. And they're yummy too. And peanut butter as well. If you can get a pure peanut butter, not the one with added sugar, the ones you can get, it's pretty much 100% just, peanuts. And it's delicious. Delicious. I love peanuts too. Nuts in general are very good. So you're doing really well, River. Keep it up. Oh, Suzanne, I think you're referring to Saga, right? Suzanne says, as Suzanne says, sometimes fat fingers get in the way and it parked in the wrong spot. But that happens with Pattern Keeper as well. But it's the fact that Pattern Keeper, you could assign a shortcut. You just double tap and it's really responsive. So with I find with Pattern Keeper, I rarely kind of miss it. Whereas with Saga, for some reason, if I press and hold, you have to wait for like a second, and I park a lot, with certain methods, and it just gets a little bit sluggish for me. But Saga is really good for other things. Saga is really good for stitching within, a defined area, from minimum to maximum number of stitches, or the other way around. It's very good with that. And I think they probably designed the app to specifically do that, not so much for other stitching methods. That's my theory. I don't know for sure. Oh, Dent says, I want to try Saga, but I can't get Paradise to work for love or money. I know it's a pain. So, in theory, well, technically, they have provided a desktop version of Paradise free for download. And but I think some viewers that on the chat tried it, but they couldn't get it to work on desktop. So that's another sort of challenge to overcome. Um, hopefully, hopefully, if the developers are aware of so many people struggling, they can provide something a bit more comprehensive, like instruction. I know there's a page that kind of give out instruction, but to be honest, I'm relatively technical. I had trouble understanding what I have to do when it comes to like Java plugin and stuff like that. That gets a little bit hairy. But it's a really good app when you get it working. Oh, Suzanne says the app developer for Paradise has given free access to the app. Do you mean the mobile app on the tablet, the mobile devices, or the desktop? And does it have the pro capability? Because in order to convert, to do the conversion that you need for, oh, you're talking about Saga. I'm thinking Paradise. Yeah, it is Paradise you're talking about. Do you mean free access to the pro version of Paradise on the mobile app? If that's the case, that would be really good. Then people can go on the Saga. It's a Facebook group. Because that's kind of the challenge at the moment. People just can't get over to can't overcome the format issue. Um, oh, Suzanne, so you got it working on your desktop. It would be really, really helpful. Um, I don't know what, because I think quite a few people got stuck on the Java plugin or whatever is required. And I found that very confusing as well. If you have got it working, maybe you're able to provide some guidance to the rest of us. If the desktop version is working, then things are so much easier. Oh, have a lovely evening, Carla. Get a peaceful, restful sleep, and come back. Come back soon. Yes, Suzanne, there are different patterns, but I think fundamentally, if people can get it to work for heaven and earth patterns, they're winning. Majority of us have tons of heaven and earth patterns. Let me see. Let me do a pin here because I want to take it over. Oh, there's an ugly pin. One ugly pin stitch there. Maybe just anchor it here. Yes, I find once I get heaven and earth patterns converted. Yeah, it just imports beautifully. No glitch. Occasionally they replace symbols with different ones, but that's not a problem. As long as it's consistent, then it's not an it's not an issue. 946, 946, 946. I think majority of the pattern providers, they make it kind of compatible to Pattern Keeper because everybody's using Pattern Keeper. Oh, Suzanne, so you actually manually change them back. But the thing is, I think the only situation that's a problem would be if they use, for whatever reason, the same symbol for two different colors. That actually happened as well, I noticed. Because if they just swap it to a different symbol, it doesn't matter. It's just a symbol, right? If it's consistent, unique to a certain color. But yeah, sometimes they use the same symbol for both colors and it gets a little bit confusing. It's been a little bit tight there. The only thing about Saga that is a mystery is the fact that why don't they make it compatible with PDF? And it would have made people's lives so much easier. Oh, just have a sip of water here. You know, all the headache about conversion is because they don't accept PDF. And you have to wonder why. Why? Um, more here. One, two. And also, Suzanne, you probably know. I think I haven't tried yet, but I think Saga picks up back stitches as well. Is that correct? I don't know. Because I know Paradise does. But then I haven't really given Paradise any sort of time to look into it. But I noticed they have the back stitch version, sort of function. Let me see, 1, 2 here. Oh, so it does. Amazing. Yeah, I was under the impression maybe I have seen it somewhere. I haven't tried out all the functions, but I thought I saw something to do with. That's right. It works with half and quarter stitches as well. What's a quarter stitch? I have no idea. I know half stitches. And I'm going to park it under here. 1, 2. Super pretty colors. One more color. 720. 720. Need a new thread. 720. Second block. It's very close to completion. I still can't figure out how anybody can stitch 1,000 stitches a day. How fast do you have to stitch? River. Oh, so you got those needles, the Bohem needles. So they do a stitch like butter, do they? I still need to get some. Very curious. I like to know what it's like to stitch butter. Lovely jubbly. And 7:20, going to pop it back. Sarah says, I'm at 700 stitches so far today. Now, Sarah, you're just showing off to hurt my feelings, okay? Because the other day I did, probably within the 3.5 hours, I did 400. And that was a special day, you know? And Sarah's like, I'm at 700. Still going. Okay, okay, it's like that, is it? All right. But how fast do you have to move your hands to stitch that many a day? Well, unless you're just stitching every waking hour. I would have just got really exhausted if I do that. 814, 814. I think 3 hours, you know, somewhere there is my sweet spot every day. Occasionally, I go over, but most of the times it's around 3.5, something like that. I can't believe it's not butter needle. Oh, wow. Cherry says when she's free, no errands, she stitches about 8 hours? 8 hours? Wow. 8 hours, I'm trying to think. If I can manage about, depends on the method of choice, I'm averaging about 200 in about 2-3 hours. So if I do 8 in theory, 3, yes, just under twice, 3 times. That is still only about 500-600 for me. There's just no chance. I have no chance. Join the slow stitching club with me, Yogi. The 200 stitch club a day. And be proud. See, let me mark these ones. I would like to 1, 2 here and park. Suzanne says, I only got 470 stitches done today. All right, Suzanne, right? Only 470. Oh, Joyce, I miss you. Hello, hello, Joyce. Joyce is in the chat. River says that's my average, 900, 1200. God, this is getting worse. It's getting so much worse. Sarah says, I don't think I have a live outside stitches. Well, there's no live outside stitches. There's not much else, you know. Suzanne. Susan explaining why she's only got 470 stitches a day because it's very confetti heavy. All right, okay, it's like that, is it? Everyone, you know? I get it. I get it. 898. Continue with a slow stitching with Yogi. 898. 898. What color is it? There you go. Adventure says, River, teach me your way. I don't know. How do you make someone stitch faster? Frankie says, I'm at 591. My goodness, I feel like a Martian or something. I thought everybody was alien. It turned out I'm the alien. And I thought it was fast today. Hilarious. Hilarious. Oh, Suzanne, so you're using ballpoint needles. We talked about those needles the other day. Are you referring to those needles got like a rounded kind of tip? And are they any good? Because it's mixed reviews so far. Some people think it's all hype. Two, three, four. Suzanne, you stitch for 11 hours? Are you some sort of stitching athlete, like triathlon person. Yes, Joyce, there's a Facebook group. Yes, it is true. We have a group. It's happening. Oh, I know what you mean, River. I have seen someone trying to demonstrate that. Maybe that was stitching masterpieces. She had a video, I remember, on how to stitch faster. So I think what you mean is when you pull a thread up, let me just demonstrate. Live on Slow Stitching Yogi's channel, 3799. Let me get the thread here so I can do a live demonstration of what you're illustrating. 3799, 3799. Okay, we need a new thread. 3799. Three, 799. Right, let me plant this thread down. So I think, River, what you're saying is instead of pulling the thread all the way up each way, you only pull it up once or something like that. Let me just, it's a very bad example here. Let me see. Where do I go next? I'll go here. Keep trying to find a spot that I can simulate what you're saying. And failed each time. Let me just do this stitch here. This block is so pretty. It's like rainbow. Rainbow block. I don't even know what it is. It's part of the window. So normally when you stitch, River, let me see if this is what you mean. So normally when we insert a needle downwards, we pull it all the way down, right? That's what I do. Pull it all the way down like that, and then come up from bottom up. But what you're saying is you don't do that. You you pull a needle up like that, but not all the way up, and then you insert a needle downwards. the other way and then pull all the way down. Is that correct? Because that's what I saw on Stitching Masterpieces, I'm pretty sure. Something like that. But I think that will probably do my head in because, you know, the habit will probably take over. And I have to fight it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me park it here. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, River says, is the group only for those doing self? No, it's the group for anyone who wants to join. You can share your web because we keep talking about what everybody's working on. Wouldn't it be great to see your work? So anybody who wants to join. No, it's not just for Soul. Soul is just part of it. It's for everyone who are nerds, stitching nerds. You have, yeah, that's a qualification you need to have. You have to be very nerdy, and you have to stitch more than 200, well, more than 100 stitches per day on average. And I'll be checking, you know, see if you're qualified. Hey, Jan. Welcome. Jan Creations. Yes, Suzanne, so you saw that video as well. And I think that's what River's illustrating here. I think. Technically, it's about kind of efficiency, isn't it? So it's like if you pull a thread up and down twice, but you do it just once instead, in theory, it should be faster. But I like to pull my thread all the way up and down. I don't think I can fight it. Oh, these colors are so pretty. There. Yes, it's really beautiful purple, isn't it? And this blend of colors is just so magical. Oh, you know, Nikki, I have seen the needles you're referring to. I was freaking out. I said, what is going on with those needles? Yes, that is a bit too alien for me. There's so many weird gadgets when it comes to stitching. And let me see. Yeah, I'm scared too, Adventure. You just go, oh, what is that? River, if you go to the top of the chat window, I posted a link there. So it'll make it easier for you. I agree with you, Jan. John James needles are my favorite. They're kind of quite hard to, well, not really hard to find, but you can't get them easily. And every time I order, I had to wait for the stock to arrive because it seems to be kind of a shortage to those needles. So I just got some recently, so I'm feeling a lot better. And next. Are you talking about those needles got the eye in the middle? The alien needles. Oh, these colors are so pretty. One, two, three. One, two, three. Oh. I still like the good old-fashioned needles. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But with stitching masterpieces, I think most of the time, as far as I can remember, the videos I've seen that she's done, sort of stitch with me, she's always doing half stitches. I think most of them. 2-strand half stitches, which is interesting. These blocks are so interesting. It's just full of so many interesting colors together. It's so fun to stitch. I'm going to end it here. Uh, 1, 2, 3. And a rabbit. Let's have a look. Oh, there's a post on the Facebook group. Oh, Joyce, is that your doggy? Shall we have a little looky boo here on our new group? Hang on a sec. Let me get this working. Let me see if I can get this to work so we can have a look together. I love it. Hang on a sec. Oh, there you go. That's Joyce's dog. My goodness. Let me scroll here. Oh, lovely. That is so cute. So this is the piece. Let's have a look. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's very, very sweet. Very, very sweet. I love the music as well. And let's look. I think there are a couple of posts down here. What is it? Oh, Tracy. Is that your knitting work? That's amazing. Oh. So Tracy's only started cross stitching about a month ago. Great choice. My God, everyone is so talented. And Nikki, of course, she was the first one to join. Amazing. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Hey, Rajel, welcome. Welcome. I am Frost Start. Oh, do you mean first start? Encounter cross stitch. What Ada should I go with? What do you think, everyone? If someone's starting a brand new venture on counter cross stitching, what Ada should one go for? One, two, three. I'm gonna. In fact, I'm going to cut this off. It's looking a little bit tired. Janelle says 14 counts, which I agree. That'll be a good place to start. Joy says, I'm going to start dry flowers. Great choice for LaSalle. I'll use CXC floss and we'll stitch full cross. Okay. But I'll do it 1/1 on 20 count Ada. Okay. Because the piece I'm working on is on 22 counts. 2/1. That'll be interesting to see your version. So did you get the regular size or is it mini? Choice. It's a beautiful piece though. Really beautiful. Adventure is doing mini Valentine hook. You and me both. Adventure. And what fabric count are you going to be doing it on? So with Valentine, I'm doing on 14 counts, full cross DMC, which is a little bit unusual because majority of my heaven and earth projects are kind of 22 count upwards. So it's a new experience. 3766. Joyce has got a mini dry flowers. Really lovely. I mean, even I think mini you probably get richer color combination because it's the same amount of colors for regular pieces. Take a sip of water here. Oh, very organized, Joyce. You've got your floss cards. Very nice. Ready for Wednesday. Yay. Oh, eventually you're going for 28 count. That'll be interesting because my stitches will be big and chunky and yours will be super fine. Oh, I love to see it. Love to see it. So Rajal, the general consensus is 14 counts. It's a good start. So the question would be, what kind of patterns are you going for? Are you going for hate, heaven and earth? Or something a little bit different? Over here. Oh, Adventure, what's happening with your Facebook account? Why, why are you in Facebook jail? What crime have you committed? Come clean to the group. And 3 more here. Oh, missed something here. Let's see. I remember when I started, first started stitching, I'm pretty sure the first piece I ever stitched was probably 14. But even then, just going up to 16, I could definitely feel the difference. I think when you first started, it might felt very different. I remember I had a small project that was smaller in stitches, stitch counts, or not stitch count, higher in stitch counts. And I could definitely feel it. This 1, 2 stitches. Avenger says, I haven't been there in years, and maybe they think I'm suspicious. They'll probably go, whoa, has this person gone missing? So whoever's come back to try to revive the account is probably the imposter. What? So they log your account until they can confirm you haven't done anything wrong. Like what? So maybe you try to log in and fail, maybe. That happens a lot. People forget their passwords and stuff. And if you try it multiple times, they just think you're trying to break in, like trying to hack the account or something. That can happen. Two. I mean, you can always create a new account. I mean, it's probably easier. Nikki, are you referring to cross country, like mini cross country? Adventure. You know what? The reason I kind of stopped using Facebook quite a while ago was they start showing me photos of people like my exes who I never connected via Facebook account. You know, exes from years like way back. And I was like looking at their, because occasionally they go, well, you know, do you know these people or something like recommendation? And they're people that really, you don't really want to see again. And I was freaking out because I thought, well, these people, first of all, were never my Facebook friends. And also, they're not even, they weren't in my contact either, because I know Facebook sometimes they're a little bit sneaky. You know, you sign up to an account, there's some sort of small print terms and conditions that basically they own your cat and your children and probably your house as well, and you just sign your life away to them. But I know sometimes they go into your contact and dig into your contact without your permission, you know, that you're aware of. But these people were no longer in my contact because, you know, sometimes you stop going out with some people and You delete their contact as well. You just don't want to see their names. And still, they manage to find them and go, well, do you know these people? Would you like to connect with them? I'm like thinking, no, thank you very much. So I freaked out and I kind of just used Facebook less and less until I pretty much just stopped using them. So it's very they're a little bit scary like that. Oh yeah, Nikki, absolutely. Because some days I feel like parking, and some days I can't stand the idea of parking. It's just like that. So that's why I switch different methods, you know, like almost daily, because so I don't get fatigue of one way of doing things. 977, 977. 977. Just one stitch. One stitch. And it's quite weird. Sometimes you Google something, and then you go to Instagram. Suddenly, they will show you some sort of ads relating to something that you've just Googled, or you know, something you looked up on Amazon. And that's really freaky because how do they know that? How do they know? I just Googled something, like, I don't know. It's all quite mysterious. Hello. Joyce. Joyce says, I've got that on Instagram. All kinds of creeps want to be friends. You're very lucky. You're a very lucky lady. Just in case he's still locked up, I'll send you oranges. Isn't that what people bring to people in prison, in jail? Oranges. Don't ask me why. That's the present of choice for people who get locked up. 900. 900. And chocolate. Well, that's luxurious. Yes, I'll bring you some chocolate. No one's offended by chocolate. Just one stitch here, this color. Oops. Oranges keep disease away. I thought they were apples that did that. I think all fruits probably have very similar function. Oh, I see you on the Facebook, River. You're in. Welcome. Adventure. It's permanently disabled. What does that mean when it's permanently disabled? It's basically gone, right? What? I'm sure you can have. Well, just open a new account. It's okay. Just, it's probably a lot easier. I don't know. I think if you stop using an account for a long time, they probably just presume that, I don't know, you're no longer here. Yeah, just open a new account. They can't stop you. 16, 16. And 1, 2. Yeah, Facebook, they're weird like that. Oh, Rajal, is the peacock garden. Maybe that's the same one as what Gemma is doing. Gemma stitches. She's doing a lovely peacock pattern. I don't know the name of that. It could be the same. It's very pretty. Oh, yeah, in that case, if you don't know Gemma Stitches, go look her up because she's doing it, I believe, is 14 count as well. So that would be a very good reference for you. It's quite large though, because it's 14 count. And then one more over here. Oh, Marvelous Garden, so it's not the same. Oh, I thought it's a peacock garden. But it's a garden with a peacock there. So maybe it's a different one. Hey, Adri. What is it like in airport today? That's Adri is working at the airport in Germany. Oh, Joyce is getting very techy. Yes, there's some regulations. Who knows? They have, yeah, they have policy updates all the time. All the freaky stuff. Let me have a look. One 152? 152. One. So the one that's got disabled, is it is it an old account or the one you're trying to open? They wouldn't just disable a new one. There you go. Oh, such a pretty block. It's like a block of dream, like a rainbow Technicolor dream. Oh no, Adri, unattended luggage is the worst. It's like terrorism all over again. But I'm sure that happens a lot, right? People kind of leave stuff behind, forgot where their luggage is. Oh dear. Yeah, unattended luggage is not good because they have to close everything and just in case it's a bomb or something. Goodness. But that's too easy, isn't it? Because all you have to do, if you want to cause chaos, you just leave like some sort of an empty luggage somewhere, and they have to close. They have to close the airport. It's just way too easy. 501. 501. Oh, Adventures. Adventures says, I think they somehow knew the two were connected. It does seem my original is locked and they're protecting it because the new one wasn't me. Whoa. How do they know it's from, maybe it's the same IP address? Because how do they know if you use a different email address? How do they figure out they're connected? That's so freaky. It's very freaky. But tons of people have multiple Facebook accounts, though. So I can't see why they would ban you for that. Because sometimes people have different accounts for different purposes. You know, maybe one for personal use, one for something else. Oh no, Adri. Oh, so we had an incident of a luggage catching fire inside an airplane. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good at all. And had to go to emergency landing in Frankfurt. Oh, so it actually took off. And no, that's definitely not good. But how can a luggage catch fire inside the airport? What's in it? That's weird. No, that's definitely scary. That's very scary. I do not like flying. I'll be honest with you. Not my thing. Oh, laptop. And the laptop caught fire? Dear almighty. Oh, God. Adri says, I have had people wanting to punch me because I have to charge them for excess weight. Right. Oh, God. But it's quite expensive, isn't it? I remember I got charged once for maybe just over less than 10 kilo, which is kind of a lot, but at the same time, sometimes, you know, if you come across someone really nice, they'll go, oh, it's okay then, you know, just go ahead. I was charged £200 just for the extra weight. That wasn't fun. Whoa. It's not good to know that things in the luggage can catch fire randomly. That's not a comforting thought. I know a laptop can catch fire. I'd like to know which brand. Okay, is that Is that I don't know, Windows device, or is it a Mac? A majority of people probably wouldn't leave the laptop in a suitcase. Most people probably carry it with them for security because they get stolen. Five 117. Just one stitch. One stitch. A lone stitch. Huh. Yeah, it's quite rare for people to put their computer devices in a suitcase. Exactly. Yes, bags are thrown around. That's why people wouldn't leave devices like that in a suitcase. I've seen how they do, how they handle suitcases. Even if you place, well, unless you say fragile, if you put a sticker fragile, but still, no guarantee, no guarantee. 208, 208. Airports are never boring. No, very often scary. What? Joyce? Joyce says, yesterday's live stream started automatically this morning. I just woke up and heard you talking in my crafts room. No way. Oh my God, your craft room is probably haunted. You need to check. Maybe get a priest in or something. Get it blessed. Because I shouldn't be just randomly start talking in people's rooms. That doesn't sound right. It's so strange. And it was yesterday's stream. Oh my God, such a crazy world. Not a dull moment. That's so weird. Yes. Oh. Whatever ghost you've got there in your room, he or she's got fine taste. Oh my. You got another YouTube time. Oh my god, it's hilarious. It's so strange. But my Apple TV sometimes will turn off by itself as well. I think my living room is probably haunted as well. I don't know what would trigger the TV just turn on and start playing something on Apple TV. It's very odd. There's one more here. Right, I am going to do this one here. The bottom row, this beautiful purple. And then I'm going to wrap up and show you what I've done today. Two. This block is so much fun to stitch. It's just full of just really fun colors. So if my YouTube is getting a lot of view time, I have to thank Joyce for everything. Right. And I'm going to park it down here. Let's have a look. 1, 2. Let's bring it over this way. Here. And let me park it. Right. Let's have a look. See what I've done today. So today, in the beginning of the session, I had this bit, I started from here, 1, 2, 3 blocks, nearly 3 blocks. I mean, this one I could have finished, but this is more confetti, so it's going to take a little bit more time to finish. But it was so much fun. Just the color, the blend, color blend there is just so pretty. And these two were easy peasy. They took no time. I mean, obviously, we're not talking about 1,000 stitches per day kind of situation. But for me, this is a pretty good day because I am going to show you how many stitches I have done today. This is kind of a good day. Let me just turn this on here. So let me zoom out a little bit. This is really, really big. And so here, today, for today's session, I've done 264. So my average is just under 200. So this is way above average for me. So I'm very, very happy. And percentage-wise, I'm currently 18.87. So I'm moving toward 19 slowly. And this is what I've got so far relative to the entire piece. So not bad at all. It's taking shape, and some areas is heavily confetti like this area. So I'm gonna, when I have the courage, I'm gonna go down here and start filling up these stitches as well. But I'm having a great time doing it. It's so pretty, and really great session today. So I hope you're enjoying your, oh, thank you, Joyce. And so so Joy says no, it didn't run all night because the power was turned off and the tablet was still fully charged. Very scientific. So maybe play for about 5 minutes, and I'm still grateful. Sarah says awesome job, thank you very much. Suzanne says very pretty, thank you guys. I'm really enjoying it. And so tomorrow, and Adri says amazing, thank you. And so this is what I've done today. I hope you enjoy your session as well. Whatever you've been doing, either you're stitching or not, you enjoy your time here. And remember to join the Facebook group if you're not being locked out like somebody. And come along, and we can share whips, we can share ideas, and just have a chit chat, just like we are in our live stream. So, and don't forget, Wednesday is the SAL day. You still have time to get your pattern and your material ready, and come join us on Wednesday for King Jacob's stitch along. It'll be great fun. And even you're not stitching her piece, her design, and you can still join in and see what everybody's doing. And afterwards, we will share our pictures on the Facebook. I'm so interested in seeing what everybody's doing. And it's not just about the Kim's project, not just the stitch along. Whatever you're working on, feel free to post your progress, and it's always fun to see what everybody's working on. So with that, from peaceful and loving London, I'm going to sign out. So hopefully we'll be back tomorrow working on a different piece. And so everyone, good night. 99 from London. Night night. I'll see you in the next live stream. Good night. Bye.